Welcome to another episode of POPPIN Brown Girl. We're skipping right over episode 3 and jumping straight into episode 4. Today we're talking about the power of networking, connection, and community. All the things that resulted into a viral moment that impacted New Day's Consignment, Mob the Block, and me, the POPPIN Brown Girl. So no, we're not at the mirror table, and yes, we have a guest host, Tammy B.
So hey, I'm Tammy B, and I'm your moderator for today. So we have some amazing women here today, and amazing in the fact that they all came together and inspired not only the local community, but the world. And we're going to get into like the numbers and the viral effect and all of that. But first, I want them to introduce themselves. So we're going to start with our new digs. Kelly, you can go first.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm co-founder of New Day's Consignment. Our anniversary is today.
Oh, happy anniversary! Happy anniversary!
11 years.
Wow.
Business, and this is
Sadiqa Brown, the other half of New Day's Consignment.
Yeah. All right. Now moving over to Mob the Block.
Hello guys, my name is Melissa. I am co-founder of Mob the Block.
And I'm LaRonda, the other half of Mob the Block. We're sisters.
We are sisters and we are only 7 months in.
Wow.
Yes.
Veterans, newbies.
Yes.
Came together. Okay, Kiwi, you somewhere in the middle? Go ahead.
I guess so. My name is Keita. I'm POPPIN Chic. And I have multiple businesses, but I want to shine the spotlight today on POPPIN Chic Movement. It's a nonprofit organization, and we work towards supporting women and kids and helping them thrive, providing scholarships, mentorships, training, free clothes, you name it, we do it.
All right. So now that you've met everyone, all right, let's get right into it. So let's take it back to where the story really began. Before the viral moment, before all of the attention. So Keita, I want to start with you. So what inspired you? What made you, you mentioned that you had met them at an event, a networking event, which is what this is about. But tell us a little bit about how that then transitioned into what became this viral moment.
Okay. So I met them at a networking event. And before I go into that, I just want to stress the power of networking. I always hear a lot of times people talk negative about networking, and I just feel like you have to put yourself out there. You might have some good events, you might have some bad events, but at the end of the day, it's no different from hanging out. Mm-hmm. You know, you go on a night out with your friends and you're like, oh, I didn't have fun. But most of the time, it's what you make of it, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel the same way about networking events.
So let's go back to that, because this is important. This is the first piece of what this show is about. You said there's some negativity or some negative connotations about networking. Like, how so? Like, what are you all hearing? Like, that people just don't want to spend the time, that they're too shy to maybe introduce themselves? Like, what is that all about?
What I always hear is that it's a scam. You know, people have networking events just to make money and aren't really about helping someone with their business or whatever the event could be about.
Got it.
A lot of times they might say, come to this event and we'll help you with X, Y, and Z. We'll show you the steps on how to become a videographer or whatever specifically the networking event is about.
Got it,
And when you get there, it's kind of like they're just going in circles and not really sharing the information that you actually came there.
No, I have heard that people don't necessarily like to share. They want to give you enough so that you can continue to be dependent on them and keep coming back and spending more money, as opposed to really doing it. But that's not what this event about. So go ahead, continue.
That's not what this, and I'm just one of them people. If I run across something like that, oh well, on to the next. It's not going to stop me. Exactly. So, and I'm glad that I did attend this networking event. I want to shout out Tamika, Paige, and Latoya from the Page Foundation. They are the ones who recommended that I come and be a part of the event.
Same with you all?
Yes.
Okay.
The Chic Sweet ladies, we just want to shout you guys out. So yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so at the event, it was a whole lot of different, women, entrepreneurs, and, we introduced ourselves, we had conversation, and when I heard LaRonda and Melissa share a little about their nonprofit, I was like, oh, wow, that is really a great thing. They're bringing visibility to Black-owned businesses, and it's similar to what I like to do. I just do it in a different way, whether it's wearing another boutique's clothes and posting it and shouting them out. That helps bring visibility. Or when people donate to my nonprofit, I kind of like to put the spotlight on them. So when they share that, I'm like, that is amazing. And so later I reached out to them via DM, and I didn't know, I'm thinking, okay, they mobbing, maybe they busy, but something like that. I'm sure everybody wants their business mob. But luckily they had a date available, and we communicated via DM. They brought up suggestions, and I'm like, oh, okay. I was just thinking just mob.
So what went through your mind when she reached out in the DM? You all felt what, decided to do what, like, where did you pick up from?
Okay, so when she reached out in the DMs, it was an amazing opportunity, and this was our first surprise mob. So we were so excited, and to hear that it was a consignment shop. And normally when we do mobs, we want to curate it, so it's just not you showing up. There's something to do there. So we were on a phone brainstorming, and a fashion show just came to mind, and we always kind of try to bring our DJ Carlos. So and Keita was like, oh my God, that's amazing. So that's how we
it was
planned it.
totally unexpected. I was just thinking just them all, but they brought a lot more to the table, and it was more than what I expected.
So was the surprise idea, because that's something that you came up with, because you said, okay. Well, the fact that you all were even receptive of something new, the outside of what your normal what you would normally do. So let me tell y'all something about, because I think we need to let the audience know that the mobbing, when I'm thinking about it, you know how you get all people together and then one person starts dancing and then two people are behind them and then three people. So when Keita reached out to me and said, hey, this is what, we're going to do, I was like, oh my God, so it's going to be like a group of people like just mobbing. I mean, that is actually what it is. It is. It's really what it is. So, a lot of times people play on words, but this is an actual like mob situation.
Absolutely. And support.
Yep, pull up and support.
Absolutely.
So Keita, you said surprise. Surprise, why?
Because I'm like, do y'all do surprises? And they're like, well, we can. So I didn't want Kelly to know. And just to be transparent, I wasn't thinking about my businesses, or how some people might want, I could have said let's collab or something, but that wasn't really on my mind. What was on my mind was supporting
your friend,
New Digs, supporting my friends. So I didn't have a clue of what the outcome would be. All I knew was that we mob, we patronize, and it would bring money and visibility.
I wanted her to cry, actually. I was upset that I was like, oh wow, I wish there was a way, because they have two businesses, not just one store, two stores. And so I was like, I knew that it wasn't going to be a way that you all would shut down, that we wouldn't give away the surprise if we did it. So we had to do it that way.
Sadiqa, I was like, I don't know if I tell Sadiqa, is she gonna tell Kelly? But it worked out. It worked out. Sadiqa made sure she was put.
So Sadiqa was in on it.
Did you know? No. I only know 3 days before. I only know 3 days before. I didn't know the whole time. Only 3 days before.
I was about to say, ooh, shady.
It was, in my mind, I was trying to figure out a way. How can we, have the both of them in the store? It was just way too much. I was
a little overwhelming.
We're gonna close down the store, no. So I was like, we can't do that. So I'm gonna just tell Sadiqa, and it worked out, because I think Kelly, even though I said I was dropping off some stuff at 2, you was talking about you had to go somewhere last minute.
Like, no!
Sadiqa saved the day by telling her you need to stay put. So
Made
it all
us
worked
think.
out. It all worked out. But definitely the surprise, I'm glad that they were open to it because
Yeah.
it turned out.
So the planning, the coordination, like, does it take much to, I mean, it sounds like, you know, it went down in a DM and then y'all had a conversation, but you all have a pretty structured business. So, you know, this is what you do. So it's just really about being open to doing, you know, a few other things. Had you all ever done a fashion show before?
No.
Oh, wow.
It was our
Okay.
first one. Like, we was excited. We were
Well,
like,
I know she had something to do with the, she wanted to fashion.
Yeah.
What? Because this one here?
So we talked about it, and she was
Wow.
like, it's a consignment shop, and we were
Wow.
like,
Yep.
okay, well,
Yep.
let's show off her
That is-
clothes.
that is
And that's
awesome.
how
Wow.
it came about. I mean, literally, it's been a secret for about a month and a half, but we had already had planned it. She was like, listen, I'm gonna get the models, I'm gonna get the food. We was like, okay, we got the DJ.
Wow.
And it was set. I mean, literally, it was set. Like a couple of days before, we was like, "You good? We good too?
Yeah,
All right,
that's
this is what's going
amazing.
down."
So
Wow.
how did the mob? So I know you're the mob, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, so I don't know. So there's a mob because I was able to participate
Yes, ma'am.
in one of the
Thank you.
mobs. So how did all the people get involved? Because they were our customers. How did that happen?
That was all her.
Okay.
That was
So
all
go ahead,
her.
talk about that a little bit, Keita.
Because typically, I guess, if
reaching
it's
out
a
to everybody, like, hey, we mob in the store, and I actually sent them Mob the Block's surprise post, but I
That said
added a little bit more to it since it was a surprise. They couldn't post for so much,
Yeah.
Right.
So we didn't want to give it away.
We almost did.
I did
Go
say
ahead.
consignment shop, and she said, no, don't say that. She might
Right,
get it.
because there
She
aren't
wanna
that
know.
many like in
Right,
that area,
exactly.
right?
That's the whole, we change it.
And
So
then
yeah.
I think, you know, it was definitely a learning experience for all of us because you all tagged me as well, and I'm like, I don't think they should.
Exactly.
But it's still like, but it still
worked
went
out,
off because the recipient of the gift is what we'll call it.
Absolutely.
It didn't know, you know, anything. It had no clue. So, and this was the first time that I'd ever heard about the organization as well.
okay.
So I never knew about
We're
Mob the
new,
Block.
so yeah, we're new, but we're getting out there.
Yeah, but I mean now all these additional followers and stuff. But we're gonna get into that in a second. So, okay, so let's just kind of recap. Someone with something on their heart, you, goes to an event, just so happens to meet Lady because you all were receptive of the networking piece of it, right?
yeah.
This might have been the third time, fourth time, fifth time, but you said, I'm going to go to this one because of the Page Foundation, right? Okay, so you all did that. And then you said, I'm going in the DMs, and they said, oh, she in the DMs.
Yeah, exactly.
And
That's how it
then
went
y'all
down.
had a little chatter.
Yep.
And then y'all said we ain't gonna tell Sadiqa until 3 days before. And then we gonna let her know, don't let Kelly leave the store. Right, okay. And then you reached out to just people because the word will pass. You tell one customer, your customers are very, very loyal. So you tell one and then they gonna tell a friend and then so on and so on and so on. And then they said we gonna bring the DJ and y'all bought the chairs.
Cheers to
Yeah.
we about to
Yeah, because y'all have an
DJ,
event.
yes.
So we gonna talk about that
Yeah,
too.
yes.
Right. And then they had the chairs and things. Y'all had the clothes.
We definitely had to close.
The customers were the models.
Yes.
And then of course I ran the fashion show. I had to describe the stuff or whatever, right? I mean, a whole community coming together for that one moment. So we're going to get into like the next phase of it, and we're going to talk about the actual surprise. So, but community and all of
Absolutely.
that. Cool.
And I just want to shout out to our DJ Carlos.
Thank you, DJ Carlos.
He follows us. He does the mobs for us. He is amazing. He's our house DJ at our studio. So shout out to DJ Carlos.
Thank you, DJ Carlos.
Yes.
What's his DM?
CNC Entertainment on
CNC
Instagram.
Entertainment. Book him.
Okay.
So, surprise, surprise! Surprise, surprise! Okay, so let's talk about the actual surprise. Now, I was on the other side of the door. You
Right.
saw us coming in, and then what? What went through your mind? What went through your
I
head?
said, where are they? Who are they? At first, because I didn't see. I saw LaRonda, and I was like, who is that? And I saw a group of women, but then I started seeing familiar faces. And I said, are they all coming in here, at the same time?
Did you think you were gonna get jumped? Like, I mean, you didn't think any. Because I saw a group of women coming like a whole mob because of the familiar faces.
Yeah, the familiar
Whose
faces.
face did you see first?
I want to say I saw Meech.
Okay.
Michelle,
Okay.
for others, the one who bought the fur vest.
Okay. That was everything.
So I saw her, but she actually came in before. But she just said she was
The same day.
The same day. She was saying she stopped. She was stopping by. She was supposed to see that if I was here.
Okay. So she had a role.
She had a
Got it.
role.
Okay.
And but she went out and said, I got to take this call. And I was like, okay, because she has businesses. So it was nothing. And I was ringing nothing out of the ordinary. And I was ringing up a customer. And when I saw them, and even the customer was like, what's going on? And then y'all all, you screaming and,
Was I screaming?
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah, you think. And then I think you said, it's all a blur, kind of. I had to watch the video, actually. But I think you said, we're here, I'm on the block, trying to. And
She said, listen.
Listening.
Don't be
She said, don't be mad, because I'm sitting there, because the first thing I thought was like, I look a mess. Because I saw all
you had on
these
your bad
cameras.
hair day hat.
I did have that.
You were ready.
I did, thank God. I had, at least I knew my head was messed up. So but seeing all, and when you started to explain what was going on, I just was overwhelmed that Keita did that. Because it was all, again, out of her heart to do that for us, and for me, for us. I know we have 2 locations, as we kind of said, but it was here at the Upper Marlboro location, and I was just overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed by the love.
Yeah.
It wasn't even, I know in the comments, and we get into that, but like some of even the comments, like, did they buy? Right. That's all I kept seeing, but it was, all of y'all got together.
It was bigger than that.
Came at once,
Yeah.
And bombarded, and mobbed the store, and then, like you said, set up for the fashion show. And this, I want to shout out our community of women, our customers, because they jumped in.
Yeah, who made the cupcake? Somebody made the cupcake.
And made the cupcake.
And made the cupcakes. Okay.
And Nayoka brought something. I think Kiyomi did something.
Kiyomi brought catfish fingers. Everybody chipped in, whether it was them bringing food or money, chipped in to get the chicken and mac and cheese.
Who were your moms?
So we got to shout out Miss Ruth.
Yes, Miss Ruth with the whole jacket on.
With the jacket on.
That's not the right thing to say. The whole jacket.
It was preparated.
Okay, thank you. Preparated.
But before we get into the models, I wanted to say that I the whole time thought y'all were bringing the models. I don't know how. I remember after the conversation, I was like, they doing everything. I didn't gotta bring nothing. So
well, they did. You had your daughter. Yes.
But then they reached out closer to the time asking, how many models you got so far.
Wing it.
It instantly clicked. We got some fashionistas.
Absolutely. Let me tell you.
Some stuff on. We got it worked. So.
And it worked.
It and I appreciated that. Yeah. Again, our customers, they jumped in.
Okay,
they were ready. So Miss Ruth, Meech, Keisha, Nayoka. Who did you see on the video? I know you weren't here, but the video.
Keita.
Tanisha, yes. Keita didn't model. You ain't model. I don't know.
Nikki. Oh, Nikki. Tanisha, Nikki.
And what's your daughter's name?
Malaya.
Malaya. Okay.
Yeah. So I hope I didn't forget anybody, but
girl with the ball.
Gwen.
Gwen,
Oh,
yes.
that dress right
Yes.
there.
Oh,
yes. Gwen.
With the nice feet.
Oh,
yes. With the strappy sandals.
Yes. So those were our models. Those are our community of women that they support us all the time. So
That's amazing.
it was nice to see them all at once.
And did you actually, so let's go back to the comments about the buying or whatever. Did you make money that day?
We did. Yeah, we did
'cause I
make
saw
some money. So
People,
we see.
You said somebody took that fur basket.
Yes,
everybody
Both
went
of
ever.
hers in the video.
They sold
purchased.
that day.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And so did the mosquito top, because I know that was modeled as well.
And then we also got
and
a
the jumpsuit that was modeled as well. So a lot of the things that were modeled were actually purchased.
Nice.
Yes. And even I can say that we got some DMs on some of the shoes, but they just weren't the person's size.
Okay.
So look, that based the thank you for the video. The video. I mean, we'll get into the video, because of the video too, it captured what happened, and then we got feedback from that, and they wanted. Like, are those shoes available? Is that available? And we could say yes or no, but then we could also direct them to our website.
Do you keep analytics on your views on your website?
Oh, yeah. Oh, on the website, yeah.
We
So
do.
did the views on the website go up as well? Like,
They did
people-
go up.
Awesome. Okay.
See, that's what it's
Yeah.
about.
It is.
Visibility.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what
You
it's about.
guys listen.
I definitely got insights on. So I don't do anything with the website.
Okay.
I mean, other than upload,
The pictures and-
But on Instagram and TikTok and even YouTube, our YouTube page,
Yeah,
because
we're gonna
I
get-
put it on there.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
definitely going to get into that next. We're going to talk
Okay.
about the whole viral effect. So take me back to the three things. The connection, right? The community
connection,
and the
community,
networking. Okay.
connection, and community.
Okay, yeah. So we're definitely going to get into that in a moment. We're going to talk about the viral moment.
All right.
Coming up next. Okay, so let's get into the viral moment, right?
All right.
So, Keita, you created the video that ended up going viral. What inspired your creative direction when you were editing it? You're so good at editing. You make everything pop, like parties, like all kinds of stuff. I've been in some of those viral videos before, but okay, this one in particular.
So my mindset was to just do one video of that day. I didn't even get much footage, to be honest with you. I was just going to do one post. But luckily I had a little bit more footage to create more videos. But about the one video that went viral, I really didn't have no specific concept. I just wanted people to see that we mobbed. And so it showed us coming into the store, mobbing, Kelly's reaction, and it was so much that took place that day. That's all that the video showed. And typically, I don't know what made me make the video that way, because typically I would do one video and just include little snippets of everything that took place that day. But something in me said, people need to see this. And I know I left out the fashion show, the modeling. There was so many other things I left out. But I'm like, I didn't have a plan. I was like, I want to post this. And whatever I post later is just what I post later. I had no idea that it would have went viral.
When did you first realize that it was taking off? I talked to you, I saw the second video, and you mentioned in the second video, I'm posting this, but y'all made the first one go viral. But I'd seen the first one, and I said, let me see what her definition of viral is. And I was like, 100,000. They're like, what is going on? And that's when we talked, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, that is so good. And then it just kept growing and growing. But when did you, throughout the week, it just kept going and kept going. So what did the numbers, what did they start with? And then Where are we now?
Now we're like at 420,000 views.
Wow.
And
Crazy.
both on Instagram and TikTok.
Wow.
And so I
Meaning
realized
separately. 400,000 on Instagram, 400,000 on
It's
TikTok.
actually 130,000 comments on TikTok.
130,000 people
Comment.
commented.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And I realized that it went viral. Like, I had noticed that we was getting a little traction. I think I even sent you guys a message. But at that time, it didn't really click to me that it was viral until the next day, you know, I opened up Instagram and it was like all these hearts, comments, and it was just like, I'm like, what in the, you know, what's going on? And it was just like the comments and the likes was just flowing. And I was like, oh my God. And then had I, you know, you don't know when you're going to go viral. So of course, after the fact, I'm like, I wish I would have did this.
Right.
Number one, I wouldn't have posted the video from my personal page.
Right.
Because to be honest, I would rather those followers go to my business,
Right.
not my personal. But people must read because I done gained like maybe 3,000 followers on my nonprofit page.
Yes.
Well, I would say like 2,500, but still, it's a lot.
That's
my
quite a
personal
bit.
page, so all of my pages. So, but if I had known, if I could have done it differently, I wouldn't have included my personal page.
Okay.
And so, but everything, it still worked out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And my goal, I just wanted to support my friend. And the outcome from networking, because that's where it stems from, networking, connecting, and community.
Yeah.
Because the community really came together for you guys. And I didn't have to do a lot of pulling to say, hey, can you guys do this? Actually, I didn't ask for anything. I said, we are mobbing.
Yeah.
This is the time we're coming. People are like, well, are we going to have food? I'm going to bring this. You know, people was just stepping in, doing what they do. So it was definitely the community that stepped in. So they play a part as well. So I need to shout out Kiyomi, Nayoka, Keisha. I just met Meech, but that's my girl.
I know, I love that too.
I know I'm missing some
Gwen.
people. Gwen. What's the girl, Polished D? She has a, does she have a
Mary. No,
Mary.
she's ambassador of some brands,
Okay.
but yeah.
And can't forget about my girl Tiara. She really, really, really helped out a lot. So, and anyone I missed, Kelly will probably, she know all the girls. But I want to say
No, go ahead.
thank you to all of them because
Yes.
it wasn't even just
Thank
about...
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thanks,
Exactly.
And that's why we had to have this conversation because we all played a part, every single one of us today.
Absolutely.
And we thought that it was important that we do this because if the video inspired you all, we wanted you all to get the behind the scenes, the events that led up to this.
Yeah.
Go to the networking event.
Yeah.
Go.
You know, communicate, connect with people. You just never know what the outcome would be.
That's true. And the viral moment it is. So let's talk about the cry. It wasn't an ugly cry. It was very...
I was because that
It was
was
very
that would be
demure.
me.
It was actually. It was a very
It wasn't. It wasn't. But my daughter would say some. I don't know what. It was on the second video. They're clowning me because you caught when I said like I was struggling not to cry. And whatever video it is, she said, "Oh, you was trying hard." And I only heard. I mean, you know, everybody wouldn't catch it. Only family members or something.
But what was it like, you know, seeing, I mean, you too, Sadiqa, seeing that the store went like
You know
viral?
what she
like,
told me?
What did you
Well,
say?
She said, Kelly, you were surprised. And I said, what made you say that? Why did, because you
Yo, it was hard. It was hard. That girl, y'all have no idea.
To surprise her?
Yep.
So how many customers did you all get out of this whole additional customers? Like, these are organic, like, non-bot customers.
Yes, we've always, non-bot. It's took us all this time. We were like, ooh, for our
And you were where before the viral moment?
We were at 9,800 and something.
Okay,
and now
so just
we're
below
at
10.
14.
All right.
14.7. 14.7.
So we hope to get to 15.
Let's get to 15.
Let's get to 15.
Make her go
Okay, Mob the Block.
Yes.
What happened? So this viral moment for you all. Did your numbers increase? Are people reaching out to you all now saying, Mob me?
Gosh.
Okay.
All right, so
Let's talk about our numbers.
Yeah, so before this video, we were like at 2,300.
Okay.
So we are almost at 6,000.
Wow.
Now.
Wow.
In 2
awesome.
weeks.
Yeah.
Wow.
In
That's
2 weeks.
amazing.
And when I say people are reaching out left and right, they're like, hey, can you come to my city? Hey, can you open up a chapter? I mean,
What?
all over the country.
Are
has
you
reached out to
okay?
us.
For instance, tell us like some of the places that
Atlanta,
Southern
okay.
California,
Wow.
Texas,
Ohio,
Colorado. Somebody from Toronto.
Yes.
Philly, New York.
Oh my goodness.
Florida,
Yes, everywhere.
So they're asking us to open chapters in the area.
And are you going to do it?
Okay.
Go ahead, break it down.
Listen,
Of course you're gonna do it.
We want to do it, but let me tell you
Yeah.
something right now, and I'm just going to be transparent.
Yeah.
So everybody watching and everybody asking, listen, our hearts, we want to do it. But let me tell you something right now. I have a half a job. She has no job, baby. And we are running Mob the Block off of
Fumes.
the faith in God. I'm telling you, I don't even know how we made it this far with no money. Like we have no funding, we have no jobs, but somehow we made it here. 7 months in, we've been mobbing, and I don't know. Like I said, it's been the grace of God that we made it here. And we do want to expand. And I have an amazing girlfriend that's in North Carolina, and she's doing a lot of grassroots down there. So that is going to be my first stop.
Yep,
when I first started Mob the Block, when she first heard of it, she was like, "Oh my God, you got to come here." I said, "But girl, let us get established here first."
Well, you are established. So click the link down below.
Carolina,
Put the link down there.
We're down.
So we all know that a viral moment can bring customers, can bring people in your DM and all of that.
Yes.
But you say you have people reaching out to you, and you're literally doing this being transparent. You're doing this basically with your own funds. So we need you all to go to Mob the Block. $5. You know how the video comes from the middle of the night? $5, $2, $3.
Yes.
They
matter,
got
yes.
4,000 additional followers.
Yeah. 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks,
Absolutely.
times $5 is 20,000. Times $2. Like
Yes.
And that would make a
every
major impact.
single
That
thing can make an
amount of
impact.
money.
And what could that money do for your organization? Let the people know.
Yeah, so that money could definitely help us expand to other cities. We've been swamped with requests to come across the country, cities across the country, and we do want to expand. But again, it relies on the funds. So if you guys donate, it will allow us to expand. It'll allow us to actually amplify these mobs that we do for these businesses, bringing visibility. And the blueprint for Mob the Block is really visibility. And New Dig's Mob shows the impact that visibility actually has for a business. So, like I said, we are looking to expand, but if you can donate, everything help.
Tell them how to do that. Is it on your page?
Yeah, be part of Mob 1000. You can go to mobtheblock.org, click on our donate button. It'll take you right to our page, and you will see where you can kind of help us out, donate, be a part of Mob 1000.
And help out the community, because that's what it's about, helping out the community, helping out Black businesses in the community keep their doors open. So
And basically, it's just a reciprocation. Is that a word? Reciprocation?
Yeah. Reciprocation is a word.
Okay.
Yes.
It's a
recycle this support.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I
Recycle
love
the
that.
support.
I love that.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Recycle
That's
the
what Mob the
support.
Block is about.
Yeah, because you all you made money that day, but then you also got additional followers who came on the website, who purchased more things. Like, in order to keep businesses open, you have to have money. And I know we're in a time right now where, people are stressed, federal government is closed and, different things, but
people losing jobs.
Exactly. But we have to keep going. Faith in God, number one. Donate, number two.
Exactly.
Amen.
And I just want to say, when we talk about reciprocation, we did Mob Sensory Sentiments last week, and they showed up to help.
Yep,
Keita
and
Kelly, they actually came to Mob another business to pour back in, and that's just what it's about. I guess creating that business circle and supporting each other, and that's how we're going to get through this thing. That's how we're going to thrive and not just survive. So that's what it's about. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, definitely did.
So let's talk about, we're kind of transitioning into that anyway, the impact and just reflecting on this whole thing. Like, looking back, what stands out most about that day for you?
Again, I felt that we were loved, we were appreciated. Again, we've been in business for 11 years, and sometimes you could just be grinding, and you're like, do they see us? We got, and we have nice inventory, we're great individuals, and so for me, it was not only that we were supported by the community, but for me personally, I was like, God hears me. Yeah. God hears my prayers. Yes. God sees me working, sees Sadiqa working. He's just answering silent prayers that we both have, and so that was the reflection. When I think about it, that's what I got most from it.
Now, what about you all?
For us, it just, it was a heartfelt, our hearts were full. What we do, where this comes from our family. Our family have always been these type of people. And so it was a no-brainer when we decided to do Mob the Block, because we felt like if we were struggling in our other business, how many other people are struggling as well. And so this is just what we do. This is like a passion for us. We sleep, eat, breathe this. And so to give back to other businesses that need help, even if it's just visibility, we do want them to spend their dollars. But of course, with the way times are now, even just coming out to support, showing up is the impact. And so that's what that day meant to us.
And I think that people don't realize that, sharing the video, that's, free to do.
Exactly.
It is easy to do. Even if, say, you don't shop consignment, but you might know someone who does, share it to them so that, or any other business that you go visit. I know Sadiqa loves coffee cakes and if I ever found a coffee shop, I would tell her, it's like certain things that everybody realizes that someone else might need, but they might not appreciate it, but they know someone. So this sharing is it's very important for us, all Black businesses, small businesses, to keep going and to be afloat. I know you got something great to say. Say it, Sadiqa. Say it.
Don't got nothing.
I can't believe that she's never quiet. I can't believe it.
But that just goes back to what you just said about pulling out the cameras. That's part of what Mob.
That's our blueprint.
That's our blueprint. That's what, when people come, we tell them that's the purpose of this, is to pull out your cameras and share it to build visibility.
You did. You said that like a lot, and you kept saying that throughout the day.
And some people might, I know, in our business, goodness.
Okay,
hello.
Is this the norm?
I I don't know what.
But you know,
Yeah, we close. Yeah.
Oh, so we never
Okay.
knew that this is what's
Alright.
going on.
Garbage disposal. I don't
Or
know.
It might be.
chainsaw or something.
But some people might feel like, oh, I only have 10 followers, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Share. It
Yes.
really does make an impact. I mean, I just know, and Keita does this, like, her thing is to do content and videos of people's businesses or when she visits places. But for me, I go visit places. No one has a camera on me, but you can do something individually. You could join the mob.
Yes.
Join the
Join the
mob.
mob. Yes.
Yeah.
But you can also every day. I feel like there's something you could do.
Well, let's
to
talk about
support
that.
That don't cost
right.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if people are watching this and they want to create their own positive impact in their communities, what would you, well, like you said, just go out. If you're visiting somewhere, just say, hey, maybe you do it in your story and say, hey, guess where I just left? I'm down the street,
Yeah.
you know, at the Giant and New Digs. And
So we're all on, a lot of people on social media, even the people not on social media, by voice. I mean, word of mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a lot of word of mouth customers, you know, that aren't on social media or anything. But social media, word of mouth.
I ran a whole business. I used to make prom dresses, y'all, back in the day. And I had no social media. Half the people, I never answered the phone anyway, so if you call me, it wasn't like I was going to answer it anyway.
Yes.
But it was, I made a dress, and then they told their friend.
Right.
And then they told their aunt who was purchasing for them next year. And then, oh, my daughter who you did the dress for the year before that, I got another one who's now, and it was my entire business for 15 years was all word of mouth. So social media does help, but it could just be a conversation that you're having with someone, you know.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
It will help as well. So Keita, let's talk about how do you think that one act of kindness impacted other people?
How do I think one act of kindness impacted other people? I mean, we went viral. I mean, that
Why?
because as a community, we came together and did one act of kindness. And I would say for me, it definitely was because I have multiple businesses. I do content. I'm a photographer. I got a clothing brand. I got a podcast. At no point did I think to incorporate or include that. It was all about
Doing
Kelly
something
and
for
Sadiqa and New
friends.
Digs in the business. So I think that that one act of kindness, I'm not going to say it's a surprise, but it definitely exceeded my expectations because I didn't expect anything in return at all. Like even the thank yous, if she kept calling, I said, girl, I'm not answering the phone. You're not about to keep calling, crying, and whatever. Even the day in the video, when she was like, where Keita at? I was like, girl, don't come over here. Like,
Unselfish.
I'm
act
just
of
saying,
kindness.
like, I don't know what it is, like menopause or just whatever, or just what's going on. Like, I'm so grateful. And, you know, we get to a certain age where we get really emotional.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't trying to be up in the store. And then y'all be thinking, like, it's my store. Because I was nervous when we walked in. When we was outside, we was walking in. I was like, why am I
You
feeling
did
like
say that.
this
You
is
did
my-
say that.
Yeah,
You
I
said
was
that.
like, I'm feeling like it's me or something. Like, what's going
And
on?
even
Like,
before, I know this, we were talking about this earlier, but even before you said, where's your friend? Where's your friend? I knew it was Keita
Yeah.
who orchestrated. I mean,
Yeah.
I was like,
what you
this
mean?
is-
How did you know that?
I said, Keita did this.
You did this.
It wasn't because you were coming in too, like I did know
Okay,
that.
so you
I was
put
like,
two and two together.
Keita did this, you know, and you did. I mean, I think why it went viral too because it was so authentic.
Genuine. Yes.
Definitely.
It was
That's what I was
I
gonna
mean,
say.
you know, with some people want to go viral and they say, okay, we gonna come in here.
They planning it and all of that.
And then you go do this.
Oh, it was none of that at all.
It was a natural reaction.
It was. And
And,
so I think that, and it definitely impacted so many.
It did.
We screenshotted it. Tasha Cobbs.
Erica Campbell.
Yeah, I wasn't even seeing it all. She was like,
Magazine.
Jay Bolin.
Jay Bolin reposted it.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Some of these names I didn't even know, y'all.
There were so many people, so it just pulled the heartstrings, and I would hope that more people would just, even if you can't do a mob, that you would definitely just support, find that business, do something every day, go out, support, buy some coffee from a coffee shop,
Black
go
owned.
to black owned, come to a consignment shop. We have to do shopping because malls,
Well, not only
nothing
that,
really in malls.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, let's
it's holiday season, right? Like, if
Yeah.
people are able to spend the money and they have the means, right? We should definitely shop local. I feel like with everything going on, like, just because we're in business does not mean that we don't need the support and the dollars as well. I mean, people always go to the big box stores and things of that nature, but you can support your local businesses. So holiday time, y'all, I need y'all to shop local. Y'all can come right on to New Digs and Upper Marlboro.
It's so many. So I think like what we're doing, this isn't like, we didn't create this, we didn't start this, but it's inspiring more people out there.
It is. It
And so
is.
my motto is, don't talk about it, be about it.
Let's talk. Okay.
We are in the
Listen.
comments. They're like, come here, come there. I'm not trying to say people need to take your concept, but it's nothing for somebody. Make it an outing. Instead of going out and spending money at the mall, make it like, find a local store and go to it. I mean,
exactly.
it's just so many ways that you can support. And I think a lot of people do a lot of talking, no offense, because you see it in the moment. It's hyping you up. It's inspiring you in that moment. But what actions are you going to take once you have that feeling?
Right.
You got people that's like, I want to be there. I wish I was there. They're getting all the feels. And it's like, okay, take that, be inspired, and get up, get out and do something, And like from the videos alone, the first one went viral. I was overwhelmed, and I wasn't even the person that got mobbed. And when I say that, just seeing the comments, they hyping us up. This is what I'm talking about. Yes, sisters. Like, it was just all of that. Now, I did not sit down and look at all of that stuff. Half the time, Kelly was like, did you see Tasha Cope? Tasha who? I'm not seeing all of that because it's just so much flowing through. So I'm not sitting down looking at every little thing.
Every 100,000.
Yeah, like, now it's just like, it's a lot. But I'm grateful that, we all were impacted in a positive way because of this. But I would say the second video that I did, I could barely do it. I was just boo-hooing the whole time, and I'm like, let me get myself together, and I'm just looking at it. So it was hard to do the second video. And then at the end, I was like, forget it. I mean, I'm going to be me. Like, I'm not going to try to hide it. Like, if I do feel emotional, I'm going to let them hear it a little bit, just a little bit. But
I was like, is this? And she cuts like a knife.
I got a little choked up. I was like, wow. So, so it definitely, it inspired a lot of people, and I'm just so grateful for that alone. I don't think I would ever forget that because of just seeing so many people around the world look at what we did.
Around the world.
And it's like, dang, like, this was not expected, but thank you, God, And it just gives me it gives me that feeling like we all are our own type of people. We have our ways. We love to support our own. but it's just something about the reward. Not saying that I want anything in return, but this type of reward with inspiring other people really does it to me. It really just drives me like, ooh, I'm really just thinking about so many other people. I've always been that way, but it's just like now it's just like, wow, I'm not thinking about myself. And this is what God is doing for me, even when I'm not thinking about me. So
that's how we feel too. That's exactly how we feel.
Yeah.
So it's a good feeling. So
yeah, really, really good feeling.
It is a good feeling.
Okay. So we've gone viral. What's next?
So what's next for Mob the Block? So we actually have a surprise mob November 15th. It is if you're a foodie, you can RSVP because we don't want to give away any hints, but this business needs the community to show up. They need the community's help. So it's November 15th. You can RSVP on mobtheblock.org and we will send you the time and location. But again, this is a business who gives back to the community and they need us to show up for them November 15th. And Mob the Block does not only just mob, we also teach. We teach you how to brand. We teach you how to structure your business. So we do these brunches called Dope Black and Brunchin'. It's a branding and networking brunch and it's dope and it's fly. So our next one is January 10th. If you have a business and you're not getting the visibility that you need, you think you need help, come to the brunch. We help with branding, getting you out there, making small businesses feel a bit like big businesses. So check us out.
Awesome.
Can I ask a quick
Yes,
question?
ma'am.
For the brands that you are mobbing, do you have their cash app that you display so if people from other states want to donate?
Oh, that's amazing. You see?
It's a really great idea.
That is a great idea, and we will add that. Thank you. Thank you.
Communication.
Yes, that's a great idea.
Awesome. What's next for New Digs?
The holidays as we were, holiday season. Was any of no, they actually either purchase and even online. So we want to stress that because a lot of people in the comments are asking, how can I support? We do have a website and we do upload clothing on a daily basis. Although we have 2 locations and we might not have every single piece, we do try to put out the pieces that we think most people would like. So you can purchase gift cards for the holidays. You can purchase items. We ship. We do everything.
Facebook Lives on what?
Facebook Lives 4 days a week now. 4 days a week, and you watch us live. We will actually showcase pieces on these Facebook Lives, and you can purchase instantly there and get an invoice, and we ship out.
Yeah,
so
now they got afterpay.
We got paying for. We do.
And most of those items aren't on the website that we showcase on the
on the Facebook.
And really,
and
sometimes I mob the Facebook.
Yes,
I happened to be eating next door at a restaurant. I was like, oh, I think Sadiq is in there. I think she open. Let me in, and they let me go on live. I tried to love them. Yes, sold a few things, but I did like deuces.
And I also want to mention that if someone needs a space, in Upper Marlboro or in Crofton, like Friday, I don't know when this is going to air, but Friday we have an event that's sponsored by the Deltas who are going to have artists and artwork and things here. So we do things like that if you need a space. Yeah, if you need to rent a space at a minimal cost. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. And I forgot to mention our space. We have a studio in Fort Washington, Maryland. It is an intimate, beautiful studio called Studio Air, HEIR. We do line dance on Wednesdays, and it's free. While the government shutdown is going on, the line dance is free, and it's also, you can also rent it out. It's a creative space. You can rent it out for multiple things, and it's very affordable. So check us out, studioair, HEIR.com.
Y'all might see me there because you know I teach line dancing too.
Yeah, she does.
That podcast is coming soon. I know. I will pop up for free. Boots on the ground. All right, Keita, what's next for you?
So much. So
Yes.
I have the free clothes drive this coming Saturday. It's just so much going on. I don't even know. So the free clothes drive, we usually have it seasonal in the fall, winter, and then in the spring, summer. So we're working on that. We're getting ready for that. And then as it pertains to all of my businesses, so I've been doing a lot of photography and brand content creating. The content creating and the brand strategizing has really been picking up. And it could be because we went viral, people see that. I mean, they already saw that I'm good at what I do.
Absolutely.
It's just the littlest things can make a change in a video that you post. And so I've been busy with that. We've created, from the podcast and everything, we've created our own production company. And also, I started my own IT business. So I'm going to procurement meetings. It's no limit right now. Like if I'm capable, I'm going to do it. So what's next?
My podcast.
Okay.
Well, we're not podcasting.
Tammy, I don't know how we gonna do this, because let me just say this, Tammy, you were an excellent host today.
Yes.
It's almost like I want to need you to come to every single episode.
Love to be there.
We gotta do this. So
Yes.
But also with my nonprofit, when it comes to like my sisters, my friends, I also like to include what they have, like their expertise. Like for example, Tammy, she could sew. She's a trader. She's good at the hype man. You just could do it all, right? And so we are planning a free live trading session soon and very soon.
Yes.
And it's one of them things when you have an idea, like we've been talking about it for a year, but I think that
to do it.
I'm just going to we're going to make it happen.
We're going to definitely make it happen. In this day and age, I'm just going to put it out there. I made $2,500 in one account today, $1,700 another. Live money. I'm not getting paid for my federal government job, but trading has literally saved my life. Like for real. And I've been trying to tell people about it. People think it's a scam and it's skeptical and the skepticism and all of that stuff, like you said, with the networking, but it is real.
It's real.
And we found out about it, and now we're going to definitely share. Literally clicking a button. It took me, Sadiqa knows, about 5-10 minutes to make that today, right? And I'm going to teach you all how to do it. We promise we're going to do it. Absolutely. Anything else you got going on?
And I do want to say with POPPIN Chic Apparel, because I get so many messages. I don't post this much, because I'm doing custom clothes now. And it's been time consuming, but that's been really working for me as well. So God is good.
Yes.
Definitely.
All the time.
God is good.
All right.
Well, are you going to tell the people about your pants?
Okay, so
because you get a lot of questions. You're getting a lot of.
The sweatpants went viral.
Well, yes, you got to.
So I've got a lot of messages about the sweatpants.
Yes.
And I even told, it was 5 people here that was ready to purchase.
The ones off of you.
Yeah.
And I was telling them, I'm going to make a few, put them in Kelly's store. Y'all could just grab them and pick them up from there. I'm trying. I want to do it. I have the material. I just got to find the time.
You gotta.
They're coming.
Yeah.
And that's just another thing. I know, Tammy keeps saying I need an assistant, but it's And you've been, I know you gonna help me with them sweatpants.
Yeah, look, I didn't say nothing. Right.
They be done in no
It
time.
takes me 20 minutes, takes her like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful to have her on my team to help me out with
So if there's anybody out there, you all could use an assistant. Guess what? Sometimes you can have an assistant for free. Like, who doesn't want to get to know about a nonprofit organization or want to be around someone who's doing, everything or doing these great things? So if you want to volunteer your time, you can absolutely do that. I want to thank you all for today. This was my first podcast doing this. What was this? Am I right?
Ready.
This was my first time hosting a podcast. I had a lot of fun, but seeing that, now I don't want to get emotional, but an emotional moment, something that came from the heart, the fact that you all came up with this beautiful concept, the fact that you chose to use that beautiful concept to then bless somebody else, and now we are here. It just says volumes about the power of networking, connection, and community. So that's what it's all about. I want to thank New Dicks.
Yes, New Dicks.
Even the silent partner. But sometimes the silent partner is just support. They've been over here kicking and getting all I want to thank Mob the Block.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mob the Block.
Thank you.
And Keita of all things, Poppin, for an amazing conversation, an amazing story, and keep doing what you all are doing, and you too may go viral. I'll be here.